Alright, this is the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Infinite Series Agent Venom. The figure is unfortunately a Walgreens exclusive, and here in Manila we don't have Walgreens, which kind of sucks. So I had to get this figure at a local hobby shop called Kramer Toy Warden. If you buy a lot of figures here in the Philippines, in Manila in particular, and you know the place called Green Hills, you probably heard of that hobby shop called Kramer. It's a great hobby shop. I got it at a decent price, just under $30. I know some of you are saying $30, oh my god. But for us who live here in Manila, $30 is actually, here's the rest of the wave if you missed out on the Green Goblin wave. Hopefully I can get the Hobgoblin wave soon and do a review for you guys. But you know, $30 here in Manila for an exclusive 6-inch Marvel Legends figure is a decent price, and we will take it any day. Alright, so here he is. You know what, when this first came out in news that there's going to be a Flash Thompson Agent Venom figure, I was like, should I get it or not? I wasn't a big fan. Well, the comic books were okay. I read the Thunderbolts where he was part of it, and he was okay. But I was just such a big fan of the Eddie Brock Venom, you know, way before even the Scorpion Venom, whatever. But Eddie Brock, the classic Venom, I've been a big fan of that, and you know, I could never move past that Venom. That was my Venom. So to have a good guy Venom in the name of Agent Flash Thompson, or Eugene Thompson, was a little bit of a shocker to me, and I was like, oh, okay, should we get a heroic Venom? And then he joined, if you've been reading the latest issues of Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man had sent Flash to be the extra, the sixth man for the group, for the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I've been reading up on it lately, and I've been following this comic book for a while now, and it's not bad. I'm actually very interested now in Agent Venom, and as the story progressed, I was like, oh man, I gotta get me an Agent Venom figure. So I was like, oh, I bet. Thank goodness Kramer had some in stock, and I was able to get one. Okay. Alright, just one more thing on the comic books. It's a nice comic book, actually. The latest one, number 23, done by Bendis, and artwork by Shitty. There, Valerio Shitty, and yeah, colors by Jason Keith. Great storyline. They went to the planet of the symbiotes. Here we go, and this is what the symbiotes would look like. Symbiotes, yeah, before they became perverted. But I don't want to try to do any spoilers, but this is okay. There might be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled by the comic, for this comic book, then don't. But apparently they're called the Clintar. So they melded minds with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they try to explain who they were. They were a noble race of warriors. They were from the Symbian species, so they had to bond with somebody of noble spirit. They're called the Clintar, and once they bonded with the nobility of the warrior, they became a galactic warrior of nobility. Then they got perverted, some of them became bad, and then they met Eugene Thompson, and then he became their epitome of what the symbiote should be. So they healed him, and now I'm coming to my point. Marvel has come up with the latest, sorry for the glare, incarnation of Agent Venom. So he looks like this now. This is the old Venom. So just as I was getting a nice Agent Flash Thompson Venom, I was like, yes! Finally, my Spider-Man shelf is going to be more updated. Marvel comes and screws the old Venom, and then Agent Venom, and comes up with this really awesome looking big ass. Look at this guy. He looks like Colossus with a suit. The new Agent Venom, and this is how he would apparently look like from now on. That's his non-battle mode and whatnot, and anyway, it's a nice story. Actually, this whole book, I'm quite surprised. You know, I wasn't a big fan of Bendis, especially after Siege, but he's really impressed me with the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book. So, what do we do with this figure now? I'm sure it'll still look good on the Spider-Man shelf, but darn it, I'm sure Marvel, come on, I'm sure Hasbro's going to come up with the newer Agent Venom soon, maybe next year, and make it into another Walgreens exclusive. Just our luck. Anyway, the figure seems to be a hodgepodge of recycled, some new, some recycled pieces of the Marvel Legends line. If you've been collecting the Marvel Legends for a long time, you'll definitely notice a lot of recycled pieces here and there. Now, having said that, the figure still looks good and stands on its own very well because of the additional parts that they've put. Let me try and see if I can stand him up. So his body armor is a separate piece, which I'm sure it comes off, which is nice. It's not a molded piece. They try to save money. Instead of molding a new chest, they just made body armor. There's some shoulder pieces, shoulder pads that are from the main body armor. He comes with this removable set of extra symbiote arms, which is great. Two of them can actually hold weapons very well. These two are just for posing. He comes with 4 different weapons. He comes with this a pistol with a laser scope, 2 regular pistols, and a machine gun. Is it an AK? No, I don't know. I forgot what it is. He's got a pistol belt that I don't know if you can remove it. It has some molded bits of accessories. You got Rambo knife, some grenades. You know what? I was like, when they started the Agent Venom thing, why does Venom need weapons? I mean, so they turned him into James Bond, or they turned him into Snake Eyes. I was like, let's just go with it. And apparently, the Clintar, that's how they do it. Whatever the personality of the host is, that's what the symbiote tries to recreate in their combined form. So very, very nice. The sculpt is great. The accessories are good. I mean, I'm just glad they gave it a lot of accessories. In terms of paint apps, there's a lot of issues for me with this one. This was the best one I could find out of the stocks that I saw in the store. First thing you're going to notice is the way the eyes have been painted. The white tends to bleed in with the black. The second thing you'll notice is on the chest, the unevenness of the white paint. It looks, because of the way it's been done, it looks like they use some liquid snow, the correction fluid type of paint that they use it to cover it up to do the design. And it's the same thing here. It's like, it kind of sucks that, you know, you get a good figure and then you mess it up with the paint apps. But that's fine. Articulation for the figure. He's got a ball jointed neck on a hinge. He's got that upper torso articulation, ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, swivel forearm, no hinge on the wrist, ball hinge hips, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, ball hinge ankles. All in all, I'm very pleased with this figure. I think more pleased than I wanted to, than I thought I would be. You know, I'm not going to be too critical about their reuse of the parts and what could have been done. I'd like to give this figure a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's going to look great on your Spider-Man shelf, and because of a ton of accessories, great articulation, despite using an earlier mold, I still like it. Save for the paint apps, if at all, the paint apps are probably the main reason that's going to bring down this figure, but I don't want to give it a 9 out of 10, because despite being imperfect paint apps, the whole figure itself is still just one remarkable figure for me, and I'm glad Hasbro pulled it off. Now, if they can only make that newer version of Agent Venom, that'd be great. That'd be really great. So, should you get this figure? You know what? Only you can answer that. If you love the character enough that you need a figure, and you like the figure 100%, not 99%, but you like it 100%, then go by all means get it. Otherwise, skip it. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, please click the thumbs up icon at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter for my toy purchases. Instagram for my toy sightings here in Manila. Check out all my video reviews on this channel, Chefatron. This has been the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Infinite series, Agent Venom. Thanks for watching.